You're listening to inspiring videos narrated by the voice of Julia. Now, please join us for today's motivational message, a powerful reminder of why you should pursue your goals in silence and let your success speak when the time is right. Have you ever had a dream so big, so exciting, that your heart raced just thinking about it? Maybe it was starting your own business, becoming a content creator, traveling the world, or simply choosing a different path than the one others expect of you. Naturally, when you feel this kind of passion, your first instinct might be to share it with your family, your friends, the people closest to you. You hope they'll say, "That's amazing, go for it." But more often than not, that's not what happens. Sometimes, when you speak your dreams too early, you're met not with encouragement, but with confusion, doubt, or even laughter. People might tell you it's not realistic. They might think you're being naive. And that reaction, especially when it comes from people you love, can hit hard. So why should you stay silent about your big goals? Why is it wiser to keep certain things to yourself, at least in the beginning? Let's talk about 3 powerful reasons. First, because love doesn't always equal understanding. Even when people love you deeply, they might not always understand your dreams, especially when there's a generational gap between you and them. Let's say you tell your parents that you want to be a YouTuber or a digital nomad or run your own small business online. Your mom or dad might not react the way you hoped. Not because they want to crush your dreams, but because they come from a different world. Maybe they grew up in a time when stability meant getting a full-time office job, staying in one company for 30 years, and retiring with a pension. To them, that's safety, that's success. So when you tell them you want to take a path filled with uncertainty, they panic. They don't see the opportunity you do. All they see is risk. But that doesn't mean you should give up. It just means you need to build before you explain. Rather than trying to convince them with words, convince them with results. Take the first few steps on your own. Keep improving your skills, building your vision, and proving mostly to yourself that you're serious. Once you hit small milestones, like your first paycheck from your side hustle, or your first published project, then go back and show them what you've built. When love is met with real-world evidence, support often follows. Because energy is real and so is doubt. The second reason to keep your dreams private has nothing to do with logic, and everything to do with energy. Every time you share a goal or plan, you open the door to other people's energy. Sometimes that's good, but often, especially in the early stages, it can be dangerous. Here's why not everyone wants to see you grow. Some people might smile on the outside, but inside, they're insecure. They fear that if you succeed, they'll feel left behind. These people may say things like, "Don't get your hopes up," or "That's not realistic," or "Are you sure you can handle that?" Those words don't sound like attacks, but they carry weight. They plant seeds of doubt, and they pull you out of alignment with your own energy. In both ancient wisdom and modern science, there's a growing belief that everything in life operates on frequency. Your thoughts, your emotions, your intentions. When you're excited, hopeful, focused, that's high-frequency energy. And that energy attracts opportunities. But when you let in fear, judgment, or envy from others, your energy drops. That's when you feel stuck, unmotivated, small. That's why spiritual teachers, coaches, and even psychologists often say the same thing: protect your energy. Don't expose your dreams to negativity before they're ready. Build them in silence. Let them grow in peace. Then, when they're strong enough, they can withstand anything. Think of your goal as a seed. In the beginning, it's small and fragile. If you dig it up every time someone questions it, it will never grow. But if you bury it in the right soil, your focus, your effort, your belief, it will take root. And one day, it will bloom for the world to see. 3. Because your own doubt is the most dangerous of all. The third and maybe the most painful reason to stay silent is this: when others doubt you, you start to doubt yourself. Let's be honest, no matter how confident we seem on the outside, we all have moments of weakness. We all have that voice inside that says, "What if I fail?" Or "What if they're right?" Now imagine this. You share your goal with people you care about. You're excited, hopeful, maybe even a little nervous. But instead of support, you get skepticism. People laugh. They tell you you're dreaming too big. They call you unrealistic or immature. At first you brush it off, but later, lying in bed at night, those words replay in your head, and slowly, you start to believe them. That's the real danger of speaking too soon. It invites the world's doubt into your heart. And when that happens, you might give up on something beautiful, something that could have changed your life. Because when you lose faith in yourself, everything else starts to crumble. Your motivation fades. Your goals start to feel out of reach. And eventually, you settle. You accept a life that's just good enough. But deep down, you know you were meant for more. That's why silence isn't weakness, it's strength. It's choosing to believe in yourself quietly when no one else does. It's choosing to protect the most fragile part of your dream its beginning. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Let your small wins stack up. And when you're ready, when you're standing on solid ground, then speak. By then, you won't have to convince anyone, because the results will say it all in the end. The sun doesn't rise with a shout. It rises in silence and, still, it lights up the entire sky. So keep going, keep building, keep believing in your dream, even if no one else does right now. Because the truth is, you don't need to be loud to be powerful. You just need to be consistent. Let your success speak, and when it does, it will echo louder than any doubt ever could.